お待たせいたしました。続きまして、キーノートスピーチをお送りいたします。Now, let's move on to the next keynote speech, International Element Exchange at Datavault AI Technology. ご登壇いただきますのは、Datavault AI ナサニエル T ブラッドリー様です。Please welcome Nathaniel T Bradley from Datavault AI. それではお願いいたします。
Hello, everyone. Thanks for coming. So it's nice to be here. My name is Nate Bradley. I'm the CEO of Datavault. Datavault is a company we specialize in technology that enables individuals to have really a complete control of their data estate. The ability for companies to understand the data that they own and control and what the value of it is. Really focused on key components of our technology around data score and data value. We built AI agents that help you value and score data assets. It's the ability to really look at the world differently, to look at data assets in a way where we're able to lever them towards finance. We can use them to pay off debts. We can use them to generate revenue. We can use them to essentially create a lifeblood of capital into companies simply through the use of data assets. Now, our company, we have, sorry, I'm having trouble switching slides here. Oh, there we go. Okay, so we built a platform. Platform enables us to create a number of key technologies. The overall approach is to register individuals to a platform. So we use a KYC program known as Clear. This is an international program, same as you see at the airport. Allows you to authenticate into our platform. So think of re-centralizing the decentralized. We allow you to identify yourself. We allow you to identify basic technologies and other things around you that are of value. And we used IBM in a platinum partnership to create AI agents that ultimately create the ability to value and score data assets as they're created. We've been working with IBM to also build a sanctum at the very edge of the internet where individual companies can purchase our technology to value data the moment it is born, the moment it comes out of any system, the moment that it appears on a server, that there's a value and a score to that data that's understood. Scoring, think of it as the constant. We needed a scoring engine because oftentimes value is determined by the price someone is willing to pay for something. So the idea of initial coin offering or the initial token that you create that represents an object needs to be scored. And so we worked with IBM to work on a two-pronged process, a two-agent system where one agent checks the other. The ability to value an object but then score it for its accuracy and completeness, its sovereignty. Do you own it and control it? Do you have the right to sell it? And if you have the right to sell it, what would be a normal value for that asset? And keeping in mind that we only sell copies and that also Datavault never wanted to get in the business of storing or computing or moving data. So we were able to create a touchless appraisal, a system that uses really our technology in a way that enables us to really identify you as a person. So we have a KYC. Identify you as a manager of a building, of a bank, of a business, and be able for you to then identify the data in your wake. All the data that you create, all the data you control, all the data that when you employ individuals, they create on your behalf. The data in the parking lot, the data on your PC, the data on your phone, the data in your servers and the data in the cloud. The idea that there's data all around us and data in our wake, but no one's telling us what it's worth. And like Bloomberg has done in so many years in our country and in America, selling a Bloomberg terminal, think of that terminal as basic cable. And what XRP Ledger and what Datavault enables is this ability now to look at data differently and to have a valuation. So when you look at IBM and our Platinum partnership there, we built a 2-agent system. We also partner with Houlihan Lokey in a platform that allows us to audit smart contracts. So we're again, as we re-centralize the decentralized, we have individuals identify themselves and claim wallets and claim coins. We're also enabling an audit, essentially a very professional financial and accounting firm that looks at every smart contract and validates every wallet and every coin that it is both regulatory compliant, legal, and ready to trade within the domiciled districts in which we trade. And so we're able to utilize now the NASDAQ financial framework. So what's special about Datavault is that we've actually partnered with NASDAQ. We trade tokens on the NASDAQ. You can build tokens in XRP, you can build content in XRP, but we trade them on NASDAQ through the Datavault. And this is a very special relationship. It's groundbreaking. It changes things in terms of what we can do as a company. NASDAQ's the #1 traded market for stocks, bonds, mutual funds. It's largely known for technology stocks. The NASDAQ financial framework now powers the Datavault infrastructure. So we're able to trade data, trade token on the NASDAQ. We also use Finax, which allows us to clear. So we have a Fiserv relationship that allows us to clear from fiat to coin, coin to fiat. We can move in and out of digital assets into fiat from our relationship with Fiserv. We've also enabled a system with Brinks, and we also work with Emirates, companies that are physical handlers of physical real-world assets. So we're able to look at the world differently. We can use things like Brinks and our relationship there to create interesting opportunities. Now, while I'm here, why I'm here, it is because Japan is so special. This is an incredible culture. It's an incredible country. Tokyo is a marvel. It's an incredible place. And it's been a leader in the adoption of really digital assets, cryptocurrencies, the use of XRP Ledger, the use of blockchain technologies. This is a community that's led in this area. This is a community that has incredible real estate assets. In fact, #1 in the world for real estate assets. And it has in that #1 position, has applied many technologies towards that real estate estate. But it's also maybe not so developed in the areas of energy and minerals and commodities. We're developing an international elements exchange, and we want Japan to be a huge part of it. We're working on several opportunities here to start to tokenize things like geothermal energy. There is the use of our technology to tokenize the individual underlying rare earth elements and minerals of our planet. And Japan has a role to play in this that is quite substantial and maybe world leading. You have also in this country and a tremendous opportunity around the adoption of data monetization. If you have a beating heart, you create data. We have systems in place that allow us to help you understand the data in your wake, to claim it, to understand it, and to have a valuation upon it, and the ability for you to sell copies of data at your own discretion is something that we want to install into this community and work with XRP and other partners to bring forth amazing new digital assets. We have really a tokenization problem in the world. When you look at what's driving these problems, it's really a lack of liquidity. We're still hampered by these illiquidity. It's also very fragmented. The infrastructure has been kind of spread around, and you can see Ripple and XRP being true leaders in terms of harnessing a developer community and a technology we can all trust and start to really lever into these large-scale opportunities. Quantum level encryption becoming one of the greatest issues of the present moment. We are only 2.5 years away in some estimates. Some estimates are that it might be slightly longer, but we are approaching a quantum leap that will change everything in terms of our cybersecurity environment and how we look at these coins and digital assets. It's going to be perfected very quickly in the quantum leap. So we lack cybersecurity. We have regulatory and structural complexities. So when we look at things like real estate and other assets, it is sometimes difficult to tokenize them and monetize them without breaking the law. And so you need to have systems that are incredibly focused on regulatory compliance, creating coins that trade freely, that have the ability to generate a profit and revenues and secondary market trades, and all of these things must be explored and audited. We offer a system that provides hand-holding and third-party professional, noteworthy companies that back every coin that we mint and produce at Datavault. So we have a number of problems, but we've addressed that with a big-time solution. That platform I mentioned, clear on the front, so KYC, we know our customer. We have the ability to use IBM to price and value data objects and place an exchange in place with NYIAX and NASDAQ that allow us to exchange value around these coins. Now, this is an integrated system. It allows us to have cross-border liquidity. We have interoperable trading. We can put content up on various exchanges outside of our own. We also, of course, integrate with XRP. And the XRP developer community is second to none. This developer community, just as it's been leveraged by Ripple, can be used to create some of the most exciting digital assets in the world. And Japan happens to be in one of the best positions to create some of the most meaningful and valuable RWA assets in the world. The platform is a solution. It's the ability to observe data. So we like to say a refinery, a vault, and an exchange. The refinery allows you to refine data. It allows you to look at the data that's coming into your corporation. It allows you to look at all the feeders of data and all the real-world new tools that allow you to use things like computer vision and AI to perfect objects of greater and greater value. We also use AI for yield management. Datavault AI uses Watson X AI to maximize yield on behalf of our customers. We love Watson because it's subordinate to human beings. We believe many of the other AI agents and AI tools out there, ChatGPT, others, Gemini, are highly obtrusive technologies. They do not work for human beings. They're potentially a threat to us, and they're here to learn us so they don't need us anymore. And so Datavault's a way to hedge against that, a way for companies to start to claim their assets. If you claim yourself, claim your likeness, claim your data, it must be paid for before it's utilized by AI or other systems. And so we've developed a system that allows us to understand that value, tokenize data, observe it, and perfect it through these systems. How our process works is that there's data inputs. We have input data, data that comes from all different places. Depending on what kind of company you run, you have data in your loading dock. You have data on your cash register, your surveillance systems, your security, all of the reporting, all the traditional data sets, all the new non-traditional data sets that you're creating. All of this data comes into one system and is processed. We look at IBM as a system on top of our proprietary data score and data value that you can trust, that you can get a baseline valuation on any data. If we've never seen that type of data before, we can extrapolate how much it cost you to create that data and how many copies you would like to sell it to recoup that cost. Allows us to find price. And so we're able to tokenize assets, we're able to value and score them, and we're able to finally exchange them. So we built a system that allows you to tokenize your data assets, your under earth assets, real world assets of any kind. And it's not your data, it's not your asset that goes into the data vault, it's data about your data. Those tokens, which are meta, they are metadata tokens that represent your assets, are exchanged at fair value in a bid-ask platform that works on the NASDAQ financial framework. So at the end of the day, our system allows you to input data, process it, understand its value, tokenize it, and exchange it for cash. We turn data to cash, and we do that on a level that the world has not seen before. It was not possible until these AI systems and other systems came into play, blockchain and others that we leverage to make this happen. Compliance and security, last slide. Really the biggest issue of our time is cybersecurity. When you look at the quantum leap and what is coming, when you create tokens, and XRP Ledger has quantum key encrypting. Quantum key encryption allows you to have truly immutable assets. When people say the blockchain is forever, it's not forever post-quantum leap. And so when things start to fail, and there's rumors that Bitcoin may fail, there's rumors that many systems will fail around the quantum leap. And you have to be prepared for that leap as a business person and have a strategy to address it. Datavault's a major strategy towards that. And we built a compliance system that looks at compliance first, regulatory first, tokenomics. We've also brought in professionals to help you create coins that are freely traded and legal all throughout the world. And there's so many categories that Japan has leadership roles in that we can start to tokenize, buy hotels with tokens, convert debt to tokens. There's many things that we can do in this tokenomic ecosystem. I would tell you that cybersecurity is a prevailing #1 issue in tech. The #1 issue in our world is poverty. If you look at our ability to really work together and create solutions around these systems, we're enabled by new technologies to make the world better, make the world a better place. I like to look at the world as data vaults. And if you've made a hallway of data vaults where you could walk down the hallway and see the problems of the world on the left side and see the solutions of the world on the right side, that you would be able to, through observation and through your use of data and through the use of AI, to start to solve problems using real-world innovation, real-world assets. Your country, like ours, is hampered by a festering debt. In our country, in America, in all 50 states, the top 3 expenditures are healthcare, military complex, and debt service. Similar model here in Japan, there's a festering debt, 3 trillion plus in Japan debt. And so when you look at that, the use of real world assets and cybersecurity and the quantum leap and AI, perhaps we can start to look at the world differently, use tokenomics to solve big problems, to eliminate our debts, to take things like the revenue streams from tourism, the revenue streams from real world assets, and turn those assets into tokens that we can lever to stop the festering debt, to have our countries take whole ownership of all the underlying assets and eliminate the debt using tokenomics systems to expire the debt and end the perpetual debt cycles and the overburdensome banking situations around our debt. So the idea that we have a compliance and security platform that can solve for major real-world problems, we are second to none at Datavault in our ownership and our perpetuation of a worldwide solution that is solving major problems. We use the blockchain to end things like fraud, end simple things like stolen valor and other objects and other problems that we can solve using real-world assets in cybersecure containers. And that is all for my prepared remarks today. But again, thank everyone involved, XRP Japan, my team here in the room. I've got Takara-san, who's been running Japan market for us for many years. He's here in the room. James Chang, a veteran of my company, actually been at my company longer than I have by many years. And Mike Borkowski's in the room as well. So thank you, everyone. Appreciate your time. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. We will take a picture. Yeah. Thank you.